Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope all of you are doing well. So in this video, I will be discussing about Arms and the Man by Bernard Shaw, its summary and analysis. So let's start. So let's begin with the historical background of this play. So we can talk about that this play basically talk about the Ottoman empires that at that time was controlled by Balkans from 14th until mid-19th century. Serbia became independent state. In 1876, Bulgaria rebelled against Turks and lost. In 1877 to 1878, Russia-Turk war happened in which Bulgaria became independent state. In 1885, Rumelia, southern part of Bulgaria, revolt against Turkish rule and became united with Bulgaria. Serbia invaded Bulgaria in 4 days, conquered a large part of country. Austria were also with Serbs. Turning point of war occurred when Serbia crossed Dragoman Pass to Srebrenica in Bulgaria, where they lost major battle in 1885. Austrian pressure, a peace treaty was signed, Treaty of Bucharest, where Bulgaria had to give back the Serbian territory. Bulgaria was led by Russian officers, whereas Serbs was led by Austria. So let's move towards this play, that is Act 1. So the setting of this play or the action of the play takes place at the house of Petkov, who are an ancient family in Bulgaria, late November 1885. So Raina Petkov was the daughter of Major Petkov, and Catherine Petkov goes to bed for the night after kissing the portrait of Sergei Saranov, an officer in Bulgarian army. Now at the war with the Serbian, Raina is engaged to Sergius and is deeply in love with him. Catherine gives her the news that they have won the war. The war here is named as the War of Srebrenica. So a fugitive officer of Serbian army gets into her room through a window. He was being persecuted by his enemies, that is the Bulgarian army. He seeks Raina's help at pistol point. He succeeds in moving the romantic heart of Raina, who is not at all realistic and thinks war to be a fancy matter. She hides him from Bulgarian officers who raided her room in search of the fugitive. After they go away, not being able to find him, she feeds him with chocolate creams. The fugitive explains to her that he is a professional soldier, Swiss by nationality, who only joined the Serbian army because their country came first on this way from Switzerland. He also makes fun of Sergei Saranov, knowing Raina to be his beloved because of his wrong means of winning the war. Raina takes the help of her mother, Catherine, to send the fugitive away safely. So this is Act 1. Now let's move towards Act 2. So these scenes take place in the garden of Petkov. The war is over. Major Petkov returns from battlefield. His wife, Catherine, and daughter Raina are embarrassed to learn that fugitive who got safely back to his army has been discreet to tell the story of his escape. Fortunately, the major is unaware of the exact identity of those who helped the fugitive. Sergius also returned from the war after winning it. After a high love-making scene, he indulges in a more natural and physical romance with the maid of Petkov's named Lauka, who was engaged to Nikola, their man-servant. Catherine and Raina are embarrassed by the sudden arrival of the fugitive, who have come to return Major Petkoff's coat which he wore while escaping. Before he could be hurried out of the place, Major Petkoff sees him and claims him to be an old war acquaintance and enemy, no longer Captain Bluntschli. He invited the captain in his house, hurried out of the place. Major Petkoff sees him and claims him to be an old wartime acquaintance and enemy, no longer Captain Bluntschli. He invited the captain in his house. So this is Act 2. Now let's move towards Act 3. So Bluntschli, the professional soldier, is left alone with Raina in the library of the house. Sergius discovers the truth of concealment story. He challenges Bluntschli to a duel, but the Swiss evades it. Sergius now declares that he wants to marry Lauka instead of Raina. Bluntschli now announces himself as a suitor to Raina. But Major Petkoff and Catherine hesitate as they are one of the richest family in Bulgaria. Bluntschli, who by now has received his father's will after his death, reads out of an inventory of the property to which he had just succeeded from his father, which compares to Sergius' property was much more. Finally, the Petkoff agrees and Raina is united with her chocolate cream soldier. So this is all the play about Arms and the Men by Bernard Shaw. If you have any queries, you can ask me in the comment section. Please like, subscribe and share my channel. Thank you for watching.